Hey guys, just making another video. This will be my second YouTube video, well, one that I would count this year. I made a few years back and decided that it's time to start making YouTube videos again. I wonder if he's kidding. Well, anyways, so I just made a video about coming out and being in the South, Texas, Bible, Jesus, Jimmy Swaggart, those sort of things. And it's like, I read somewhere or heard on a movie somewhere that, you know, if you're going to write what you know, and if you're going to talk about something you know about. And I feel like one of the only things that are really, really close to me is, you know, talking about gay issues, you know, the LGBT community and things that just aren't right in the community right now. You know, there's a lot of things going on. You know, I heard something that happened in Dallas just a couple weeks ago. Some people were at a gay bar. It was like a country-style gay bar, and one of my friends said that they were making snide remarks, pointing all night, laughing, and it was funny because she knew that those people were gay, and those people were just being a hindrance. You know, they weren't there to have a good time like everyone is. You know, when you go to a gay bar, it's all about having fun and, you know, being nice and safe and being in an atmosphere where you're welcome. And if you're not in that atmosphere where you're welcome like those people apparently were, why would you make those comments? You know, and it's like those kind of things that I want to stand up and say, no, don't do that, that's not right, because for one, they're in an atmosphere that's clearly open to the LGBT community, and two, they're gay. So it's like, we can't even come together as a group, you know, being, you know, gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, if we all can't come together and be one, then how are we supposed to, you know, fight for our own rights? And what's sad is that in the gay community, there's a lot of people that are just messy, that just, you know, and it could come from their past and, you know, their coming out stories, and they might have been kicked out as kids or whatever, or, you know, a lot of physical abuse as a child, or even in their relationships. But that still makes that's no compensation for the fact that you should be rude and ugly to other people, and especially being gay and doing it to another gay person. I just think that we all really need to come together and talk about those issues. If you have a problem with me, I know people say this a lot, you know, come to me and talk to me about it. Don't be like, all over YouTube or Facebook, you know. That's childish, and especially if you're as old as I am, you know, 21 or older, there's no reason for that. I mean, no reason at all. We all just need to come together and just remember what we're all about. I just said that I made a video about coming out and very, very, very lightly touched on exactly what happened to me. And so I would just like to kind of reiterate or kind of go back on that. If you haven't seen the first video, please watch it and give me a lot of likes and hopefully no dislikes. You know, there's a lot of people on here that do that. But I could be offensive sometimes, but please don't take it that way. Yeah, just watch that and then watch this. Back to my whole story, you know, when I came out I kind of came out when I was 16, because I graduated when I was 17. I came out when I was 16, sort of. My brother accidentally outed me, and that whole deal happened. I had to go back in the closet for a while, and then I eventually did come back out when I was 18, you know. And I'm talking in terms of my mom knowing. Now, when I was 17, I called my stepmother and my dad, which I don't really call her step because we don't believe in that. She's my other mom, and my dad, and I called her and I said, I really want to tell you something. And she says, well, what do you want to say? I was like, well, it's kind of a big thing, so are you ready for this? And she's like, yeah, okay, I'm bracing myself, basically. I told her, I said, I'm gay. And she said, okay, so you prefer men? And I was like, yes. Only men. No women. No preference. It's just how it is. Anyways, and I got really emotional, and she said, okay, well, I will shield your father. I will kind of buffer him, let him know, so when you tell him, he doesn't just go crazy, because my dad, let's be honest, my dad's not going to be like, oh, that's cool, bring your boyfriends. No. So she told him that night, and I remember calling them back that night, and my dad, I told him about that. I told him exactly what the deal was, that I was gay, and that, you know, I knew that it would be an issue with him, but he said, I love you no matter what, which is the best part of me coming out. Is my dad and I had not had an amazing relationship before, and we still don't have an awesome relationship, but at least I can talk to him, and he can, you know, still just want to be a part of my life, you know, and just want to talk about everyday things, not just gay, 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 which is all my mother wants to do. My first, so I told him, and he said, you know, I still love you, and I hope that everything goes well. If you ever need anything, call me. I kind of feel bad that I don't talk to him that much, and I really do need to start more often, because recently his father died, and I think it kind of is weighing on his mind that I have 2 sons that I don't speak much to, and it's not like it's his fault, it's definitely mine as well. But, you know, it all comes down to who do you love, and what do you want to do with your life, and who do you want to be in your life. And I definitely want him to be there. So I'm just going to make like this a 3-part series where I can kind of go back and forth about my coming out and the way that I had to deal with it, because I feel like my coming out is slightly different than most, but definitely very the same in very many ways. So I mean, like, if you have any questions, just ask me, just comment on there, and I mean, because if I can help just one person, you know, kind of make it through getting through that awkward stage of saying, Mom, Dad, I'm gay, or Grandma, Grandpa, or Aunt, Uncle, or friends, even. Friends sometimes is the hardest thing to come out, but for me, luckily, that was the easiest thing. I had really good friends in high school that were there to back me up. Another thing that I do want to talk about eventually is high school coming out and how it affected me. So if you have any questions or comments, please just leave them at the bottom below. Okay, well, it's been great talking to you guys, and thank you so much for watching my videos.
Love is crazy, pretty baby, take it real slow.